Welcome racers, this is Badgerman, and today we are heading into the Nations Cup, and you see how many VWs, GTI and VGTs there are. Let me count them really quick. It's 8. It seems to be the dominant car in most of these races, in all the time slots, and it was the dominant car on the leaderboards in the time trials. And this is the Nations Cup, of course, round number 2 of the second test season. Yeah, I decided to go with something else. I decided to go with my trusty Corvette from the manufacturer series. And this is my fastest lap. Right now, 42.8. You see it on the right. That is my fastest lap in blue. And, yeah, we're in P12. It's not looking too great. On one lap pace, that VW is borderline impossible to beat. But we take the track here, Sardegna Road Track A. We're heading to the second real corner, and the third right here. Then the left-hander. So far, so good. You know, not many mistakes. And we are down by 0.2, so not the best start. This left-hander, hugely important. You want to be early on the throttle. I'm a bit too early on the throttle. Thankfully, the traction control stepped in. I have TC on 1. Makes the car a little bit easier to control. And it came in clutch right there. So then this back straight here into a heavy braking zone. Hairpin left, almost hairpin left-hander. It's not quite a hairpin, but pretty close. Again, I get a little bit of a wiggle there, but we stay committed. And we somewhat get rewarded for it. Only 0.04 of a second down. Now, this left-hander is one of the trickiest corners, and I do go onto the grass, but again, I stay committed, braking at the 100 board for the final real corner that you have to brake for, because the last corner, we are not actually braking or even lifting for. This is going to be a flat-out corner here and a run to the line. You can already tell it's not going to be much of an improvement, but we only need 0.2 to improve to P11. Can we do that? The answer is no. No, we cannot. P12 behind 2 WRXs, an RCZ, and surprisingly in P1 a Ford GT race car. My old manufacturer. I was quite stunned by that. Here we are on P12, and there's P13, and that's the whole grid. 2 more drivers disconnected. We were 15, and it's a standing start. And I thought, you know what? I'm good at this. Look at the guy in front. 5 lights, and he starts, and he gets a penalty for that. He has to slow down, or he's forced to slow down by the game. And we get a massive start again, a rocket start right there. I love these standing starts. Give me more of those, please. That was amazing. And then there's contact on the inside, and they come back. Bonk. Right there. And I get a slight tap there as well on the Brit. So, really unlucky there. But lucky for me, I started P12, just reminding you here. And now I'm P4 after turn 1. And there's going to be more. The Qatari had a horrible start as well. The Ford GT. He's down to 3rd. And we have 2 VWs in P1 and P2. And it looks like the Spaniard, Rabudin, is already trying to make a run for it. I get a run here. I try to go up the inside. He closes it at the last moment. I thought, okay, well, fair enough. You know, I was trying to get a slipstream run here. But okay, I'll bump draft him instead. Still better than getting out of the throttle here. He brakes really early. I thought, hey, maybe there's a chance here. Around the outside, cut back maybe. Nope. P2 struggling. And P2 is going to struggle some more, let me tell you, as we head up the hill here. This right-hander flat out, but you don't want to miss the apex because it opens up this corner quite a bit. I make a slight mistake, but P2 is all out of shape. And the Ford GT goes past. I miss my braking point, and at this point, Khalid, if you are watching this, I would very much like to apologize for that. He did leave the race midway through, so I couldn't apologize to him in the post-race lobby chat, but call me all the names you want in the comments. I deserve that. We are skipping to the end of lap 2. Yeah, not my proudest moment, but I'm not only going to show you my best moments, I'm also going to show you my worst. Look at the gap. Just under a second right now to Ratp and P3. There's Khaled leaving, by the way. 2 laps in. Just under a second as I came out of that corner. This is how bad my Corvette was in a straight line. Yeah, 3/10. 3/10. Thankfully, I was a bit better on the brakes, and generally the Corvette was better at cornering. So at least that saved me somewhat. We now skip ahead to lap 5, and we are gonna see here. I'm still in P2, but I'm way too late on the brakes here. 1 second gap to the Austrian, 1.4, but that was on the apex that I reached a bit quicker. We're down to 7/10. Huge mistake there because I had a massive gap. Well, not massive, but good enough to P3 behind, and that just completely vanished there. However, the 2 cars behind me are battling a bit. You saw Ratp going into P3 there for a moment, and now it's Kumberger again, the Austrian, and I have 1.2 seconds again. Took that corner better. The VW has one major disadvantage in a 10-lap race. It's quite hard to control. P2 still, lap 6 now. And once again, well, this corner, I actually don't make a mistake. All race, actually. But we're getting up the hill here. And I learned from the previous lap, lap 5, where I braked too late, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to adjust my braking point a little bit, make it go a little bit earlier. Well, still wasn't really early enough, still sliding a bit deep into the corner, and now we're down to 5/10, make it 4 right now of a second. I'm losing, I'm hemorrhaging time at this point. Really worried here about the Austrian, and at this point, funny enough, I thought that I didn't hit the Qatari in the Ford GT. For some reason, my mind mixed it up, and I thought at this point in the race that I actually hit the Austrian. I only realized while editing that I actually hit the Qatari in the Ford GT. And so here I thought, you know what, I'm going to be nice to this Austrian because I hit him off earlier. I give him the slipstream. I tried to make sure that I deliberately give him the slipstream here. And I actually, on braking, I go out of the throttle a bit early here and try to let him through, because I thought I heard him with the mistake earlier. And so, yeah, it was a bit stupid of me, but yeah, well, things happen, you know, things happen. But we're not done yet. The Austrian keeps the position. Obviously, I can't really overtake in this car. I can only defend because it doesn't have the acceleration. It doesn't have the top speed of the VW. I'm obviously trying to get as best of an exit as I can, get a slight drift there. And look at the radar. Steph in P4 right behind me. And I'm covering him off right here, in part because I thought if he's going for that move, we're gonna crash. If he's going for that move, we're gonna crash. So I had, in my mind, I had to block him there because the left-hander up the hill before the braking zone, that flat-out left-hander, side by side is getting tricky. So I thought, you know what? I have to block him here. He was not very happy about it. He called me out in the post-race chat. Nice block, Badger, he said. Not gonna show that later on, but you know, I'm going to mention it here. What do you think? Do you think that block was justified, or do you think it was too much for me? I feel like I had to do it, because if I don't, we're going to crash. And so I'm constantly looking back, seeing what they do. Ratp and Steph, how much they're getting closer. At this point, the Austrian's gone. But, yeah, 7/10. And then here I gain again, 9/10. And we're going to skip ahead a little bit, lap 9 now. So 1.5 to go. 2 to go, basically. Good first sector. And look what happens on the exit here. Kumberger, the Austrian, completely in the wall. I thought, hey, this is an opportunity. We're going to try this. All the slipstream I can get here. Not that it helps very much. this is how good the VW is in a straight line. But I thought, hey, maybe I can brake later, and I could. Cutback, potentially, because I knew around the outside it wasn't going to work. Nope, cutback does not work here. But it's not over yet. Unfortunately for me, the Austrian, well, first off, gets a massive slide there, but also he goes defensive here again. And then decides not to, and leaves a car width on the outside. Fair play. And that invites the Brit in P4. Look at the gap now to P4. The slipstream does nothing for me. I'm fully in the slipstream of the Austrian, and I get nothing from it. 4/10, it's going up further, 5/10. This is ridiculous, honestly. This is, how good this car is in a straight line is insane. I thought, you know what, I can defend this. Just going a bit later on the brakes, but not too late. But he gets me with a very nice switchback there on the exit. And at this point, I had to give up. I was trying to look for one last move here, but I realized, nope, that wasn't going to happen. And at this point, okay, well, P4 it would be, which to me still, I was the best of the non-VWs at this point. And there was another VW behind me, the Finn in P5, Oppa. And I was a bit worried that he was going to get me now. Horrible corner there, missing the apex by about a mile, maybe even 2. And now heading up the hill, and I was looking back, where is he? Is he going to be in the slipstream? How much do I give him there? And thankfully it's still 4.5 tenths. I'm trying to be late on the brakes. A little bit too late, but that means he can't attack me. And I get a slightly better exit. Again, get the slipstream of the Brit in front. And I'm just holding on for dear life at this point. Maybe hoping that the Brit and the Austrian are going to tangle up, but at this point they're too far away from each other. So that isn't going to happen. Hit my brake marker here. And at this point I just need as much slipstream as possible to the line to make sure that I can stay in front of the Finn, because that run to the line was going to be difficult with my Corvette against that VW rocket ship. And I tried to break the slipstream, move to the left here, weave a little bit, and it worked just about. I may not have beaten the VWs, but I think I gave them a really, really good fight. I really enjoyed this race because it was different. I was on the offense lap 1, and then on the defense the whole rest of the race. And it was an interesting way to race, I gotta say. So P4 in the end, really good result for me. Really good result in the Nations Cup for me. And yeah, we're gonna see how much that's worth. And you see it there on the right already. I saved the replay and you see it there. 193 points. That is remarkable for me. So I'm at 395 after 2 races in the Nations Cup. I will take that in a heartbeat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like if you've enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll be back with some more GT7 content. Goodbye.